Hey, what's up YouTube? How's it going? It's Forever King here, back at you with another video. So today I wanted to talk about why Kung Lao Cameo is the best pairing right now for Kung Lao. Before Chameleon dropped, most people were using Goro with Kung Lao. Some people were using Sonya, some people were using Lao Cameo for like a Lao team. But we all know that 90% of Kung Lao players pretty much went Goro, and it's pretty much for this reason right here. So he can get a 30% combo off of an armored attack. So this is an armored launcher, and not only is it an armored launcher, it's a safe armored launcher, because if he blocks this, -7, that's safe. And also, you can call him Goro to just get more pressure. So not only does he get safe armored launchers, or plus armored launchers, but also with Goro, he can combo off the sweep like that. And then he can overhead. So yeah, Goro has a bunch of cute stuff with Kung Lao. He can combo off this weird string too, yeah. So yeah, this is why most people would use Goro with Lao, and I do think Goro is still the second best cameo for Lao by far, but in this video I'm going to tell you why I think Khameleon is now Kung Lao's best cameo to use and his best pairing to use for competitive. So the same way you get an armored launcher with Goro, you can get an armored launcher with Molina just as well. Might not be 30%, maybe you can get higher, but yeah, pretty much the same concept. Not only do you get cool stuff from Molina, but you also get cool stuff from Katana too, like this for example. Yep, so that was 1 bar, 2 cameos, 1 bar for 45%, not bad at all. And I could have done meterless damage too. Let's see if I can get the meterless combo for you guys. Boom. So yeah, meterless 39. Just 2 cameos mid-screen. Pretty awesome. So you see Molina gives you good stuff, Katana gives you good stuff, and Jade, she just as well gives you really good stuff. And hers is really simple. Meterless 42. Easy peasy. So now I'm going to show you guys if you want to spend a little bit of meter on Jade. So same starter. So 44%. I would just go with the meterless because it's only a little bit less. But hey, if it's easier for you to do, you got some options. So also with Jade, you know how Goro gave you tricky stuff like sweeping into combos? You can also do something similar with Jade. You see that right there? Let me try again. And I'm sure that's not even optimal. You could probably get way more than that. So also with Molina, not only does she give you armored launchers, but you can also just straight up combo off of her. The same way you can combo off of Jade and Katana. 1 cameo, mid-screen, 35%, easy peasy. So now you guys see, regardless of the cameo, regardless if you're Katana, Molina, or Jade, you're going to be able to combo just easy like 2-1-2 into whatever you want. But also, let's say if a cameo is running out, for example, like this. You see how I just comboed from Jade to Katana? That's going to come with time and practicing, like, alright, Khameleon switches from each girl. It's like either every 6 seconds or every 8 seconds, I forget. But the more you play Khameleon, the more you get used to that timing switch. So you might be like, oh, I'm on Jade now, but by the middle of this combo, I'm gonna be on Katana. So then you're gonna switch and convert from your Jade stuff to your Katana stuff, or from your Katana to Molina, or Molina to Jade. However the order is that you're in currently. So not only does Katana allow the hat toss loops that Kung Lao can combo off of, but she can also allow Kung Lao to straight up combo off the throw. Let's see if I can do it right here. Boom. So that was a back throw into 21% because of Katana cameo. So going back to Molina, not only does she give you armored launchers, not only can you convert regular combos however you want, but also she can give you a little 50-50. See that? How that was a mid into an overhead? You can also do this a mid into an overhead like this, which is slower, and you could do this mid into this low. So let me explain. This mid low, 20 frame startup. This mid overhead, 22 frame startup. Now the Molina mid overhead that's 18 frame startup. So people are gonna try to fuzzy like, oh, let me block high and then block low really quick, or let me block low, block high really quick. But you're gonna throw them off with this, especially because that Molina ball roll, it's multiple hits, so it breaks armor, so they're not gonna be able to armor out of this. It's multiple overheads. See, that was 2 overheads really fast. So if they're trying to like stand up and then duck really fast, they're gonna get hit by that second overhead. So this is a deadly mix-up. So with Jade, you also get access to this glow. This allows Kung Lao to sit back and throw his projectiles freely because he's immune to projectiles. I feel like the main use of Jade, you're definitely going to be throwing out glaive and just fishing for, you know, like a sweep or something like that. Or you're going to be extending your combos like this. Or you're gonna throw glaive and then try to sweep to hit them. But that added benefit of being immune to projectiles is definitely very nice for Kung Lao. So another thing I want to talk about is Katana's fans. Her fan toss is only -6, which is very good. Not only is it -6, but it's multiple hits and it breaks armor. So that's going to be very good, for example, for if I want to go for this string, right? This is a +1 on block. But they can armor out of this string. But now, let's say I'm going to set him to armor out, and I'm going to do this instead. See, that's going to break his armor. So that sets up mind games for, oh, I'm going to do something with a gap in it and give them a chance to armor through that gap. But instead, and same thing with Molina too, I'm going to do this cameo that's multiple hits really fast, aka Katana's fan toss or Molina's ballroom. And now they're going to be scared of armoring through your gaps, and that's going to give you this for free. You know what I mean? Pretty cool stuff. So not only is fan toss good for armor break, but you can just straight up combo off the fan toss. It might be tricky because you get pushed kind of far with it, so you might have to get used to, you know, getting a good forward dash in there. But I would say it's definitely easier than the hat toss loops. So if you feel like the hat toss loops are kind of hard, you know, going like this, you could just go for simpler fan toss combos instead with Katana, and it works just as fine. So as you guys could probably guess, Katana is the best out of the trio with Khameleon. Most characters use Katana the most and get the craziest combos and conversions with Katana, more so than Jade and Molina. I mean, as you guys seen, Kung Lao, he uses Jade well, he uses Molina well, but definitely Katana, being able to do this right here, this fan lift, look how much mobility he has, you know what I mean? You can jump full screen basically like a super jump in a, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball Fighters or something. Just full screen super jump into dive kick into big combo, you know what I mean? And also, if that hat loop is too hard for you, if you can't do the hat loop, the EX dive kick makes it way easier. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So the final nail in the coffin on why Goro is not as good as Chameleon is the cooldown. So I'm going to show you guys the cooldown really quick. So I just used Molina and used Goro at the same time. Look, I already have a full cameo bar already before, and I'm going to use it again. I just used 2 cameos, you know what I mean? 3 cameos. Goro's still charging. 4 cameos. Goro's still charging. It's actually crazy how many cameos you're going to be getting per round with Chameleon compared to how many cameos per round you get with Goro. So not only does Molina give you the armored launcher that Goro gives you, and Jade gives you the sweep launchers that Goro gives you, but Katana, she gives you the hat loops, she gives you mobility, she gives you back throw combos, and all 3 of the Chameleon girls, they just have way faster cooldown compared to Goro. So you're going to be doing way more things with them compared to how many things you're going to be doing with Goro per match. The one and only thing Goro has over Chameleon is just ease of use. So if it's your first time playing the game, or you're trying to get your friend into Mortal Kombat, you don't want to start them off with Chameleon Goro because she's so complex and hard to master. Start them off with Kung Lao Goro. And then once they start loving Kung Lao, the conversion stuff, and they get better at the game, then you can switch them to Chameleon, just because Chameleon's more complex, harder to understand. But yeah, the only thing Goro has is ease of use, and I guess you can maybe debate Goro. You know, you always can launch off of your armored launcher, whereas Chameleon can only do it with Molina. But still, all the other changes in this video that I showed, or not changes, but differences, and advantages that I showed with Khameleon, you combine all those together, and it's better than the fact that Goro is easier to use and you always have an armor launcher. You know, Khameleon is just the best. This is my video on why Khameleon is Kung Lao's one true pairing, and hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good night. Peace.